Hello, Clark Atlanta University community, supporters and friends. It's my honor and pleasure to serve as the 5th president of Clark Atlanta University for such a time as this. This is an important milestone at a pivotal point in our history. Whitney M. Young, Jr., School of Social Work Centennial Celebration, marking 100 years of dedicated service and transformation in the Black community and beyond. Whitney M. Young, Jr. School of Social Work, originally chartered as the Atlanta School of Social Work in the 1920s, has the distinction of being the first accredited social work program at any historically Black institution in the nation and the world. Philosopher, scholar, and activist Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois helped establish the sociology program at Atlanta University and left an indelible imprint on the School of Social Work and the academic culture of the colleges and schools that make up what is now the Atlanta University Center Consortium. In 2000, the school was named in honor of its first dean, civil rights leader, and social reformer, Whitney M. Young, Jr. Today, the Whitney M. Young, Jr. School of Social Work continues to garner recognition for its rich curriculum, innovative research, and community engagement. And we are ranked amongst the top 100 schools of social work in the nation. 2020 is a landmark year for the school. At a time when the nation continues to confront challenges to achieving a perfect union, it's essential that we produce culturally competent social work professionals who can address the intersecting psychological, social, spiritual, and economic pain points in our communities. The Whitney M. Young, Jr. School of Social Work at Clark Atlanta University prepares dynamic leaders who will advance the ideals of economic and social justice, upholding the Afrocentric perspective of cultural resiliency and inclusive practice. This Centennial Celebration promises to engage, enlighten, and inspire all within the social work profession. Thank you and congratulations to the Whitney M. Young, Jr. School of Social Work for 100 years of excellent service.
I bring greetings and congratulations to Whitney M. Young, Jr. School of Social Work Administration as it celebrates its 100 years of educating extraordinary leaders for the social work profession. I would like to highlight what E. Franklin Frazier brought to the School of Social Work. Frazier wanted the school to demonstrate an inclusive learning environment that would not discriminate in its admissions policies based on race, age, ethnicity, religion, class, educational levels, or socioeconomic status. Hence, the school was open to any student who applied and met the admission requirements. Some white students from Atlanta and the surrounding areas who wanted an MSW degree and did not want to leave Georgia were accepted and graduated from Atlanta University School of Social Work. Frazier also insisted that the school focus on the need to serve the powerless, the oppressed, and those populations that were abandoned, neglected, or excluded from the opportunities available in society. Both E. Franklin Frazier and W.E.B. Du Bois emphasized the strengths perspective and viewed advocacy as critical to the promotion of better living conditions adequate educational facilities, job opportunities, and equal opportunities, which they felt were key to people's success. Finally, but as importantly, Frazier recognized the importance of integrating spirituality or religion into one's assessment and treatment plans with clients. Indeed, the Council on Social Work Education included in its 2008 Educational Policy Accreditation Standards that all schools of social work must teach students how to do a biopsychosocial spiritual assessment as a basis for developing a treatment plan for clients. A biopsychosocial spiritual assessment was part of Atlanta University's guiding principles as early as 1920. The school understood that attention to the role played by religion or spirituality in one's life did not negate the importance of attention to one's physical and or mental health needs. E. Franklin Frazier's contributions were not only important for Atlanta University School of Social Work in 1920, but for the social work profession in today's world.
Hello, I am Dr. Jenny Jones, Dean and Professor of the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work. I am also a proud alum of the PhD program, Class of 2001. It is my honor and pleasure to speak with you today as the 16th Dean of this great School of Social Work. As President French stated in his remarks, the School of Social Work holds the distinction of being the oldest School of Social Work at an HBCU in the nation and in the world. We are also the first to be accredited in the state of Georgia. Our existence is not by accident, rather a more deliberate call to address the unmet needs of Black Americans who at the time were living under the rule of white supremacy. Ironically and disturbingly, the school is celebrating its centennial while experiencing a mass recognition that racism has been lurking just beneath the surface of reality. A reality that coddles just enough, but confirms its existence with hurtful and striking blows of injustice rooted in the notion of white supremacy that created the need for a school of social work for Black social workers a century ago. The school has undergone a number of transformations over the years in managing the effects of the environmental changes that have implications for its sustainability and relevancy in a dynamic and ever-changing sociocultural and political landscape in American society. The ever-changing environmental context has created both challenges and opportunities as the school has endeavored to maintain institutional viability, its unique identity as an institution of higher learning for Blacks, and the vision of its founders. And while the school has gone through many periods of change and growth, our commitment to excellence is unwavering. The contributions of our committed faculty and staff, brilliance of our students, and wisdom and support of alumni and friends of the school undergirds the pedagogical ethos for which we are known for at the bachelor's, master's, and doctoral program levels. Today, the school has evolved as the hub of Black intellectual thought and continues to be influenced by the work of Du Bois. This is reflected in the curriculum as students are prepared with intellectual activism, maintaining its roots in the Afrocentric perspective and the tradition of objective research as a tool for documenting and seeking solutions to the problems impacting the Black community. The condition of conducting research is carried forward in our doctoral program. A primary objective of the program is to increase the number of African Americans and other historically underrepresented groups for careers in teaching, research, social policy analysis, and human services management. Since the introduction of the doctoral program in 1983, over 100 graduates are in key positions of leadership in academia, policymaking governmental agencies, and private sector social work agencies. As we enter our 100th year, there is much upon which we proudly reflect. We have remained steadfast in ensuring that the Afrocentric perspective is integrated into our curriculums, which reinforces the ideology and principles upon the development of the school, in keeping with the historic mission of cooperation versus competition. The development of school resources advancing the Afrocentric perspective competence in the classroom, on campus, and in the field have been well received. Lastly, as the school moves forward, I see a new decade on the horizon that will strengthen the school through strategic collaborations in areas such as continuing education, financial capability and asset building, data science, increased partnerships in field education, and the plan for an endowed chair. As we stand together in the elevation of making a way or finding one, we recognize that the preservation of who we are, what we stand for, and respect for history was at the forefront 100 years ago and continues to guide us as we prepare social work scholars to lift up marginalized populations. Congratulations, Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work, 100 years strong. Thank you.
And now, I would like to introduce to you the 2021 faculty and staff in the Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work.
Hello, I am Dr. Margaret Count Spriggs, a graduate of the class of 1986 and 1989. More than a school, a promotional agency for social welfare. Barrister B. Washington, who served as the school's director for 27 years, coined this phrase during his tenure. As a graduate of both the MSW and the PhD programs, it is indeed an honor for me to be a part of the school's faculty for 27 years and currently serve as its associate dean. I am excited that we have come together, even though virtually, to recognize the renowned history of the Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work. And hopefully, we can soon host you, our alums, family, and friends for a face-to-face celebration on campus. Remember, we are more than a school. We are a promotional agency for social welfare. Happy anniversary, 100 years strong.
Good afternoon, alumni, students, faculty, and staff of the Whitney Young Junior School of Social Work. My name is Dr. Mustafa Al-Hassan. I am the BSW Program Director and also Associate Professor of the school. I've been in the schools since 2013 for the past 7 years. And I'm so excited that the school has reached 100 years. That's a great, great, great achievement. And I'm so happy to be a part of history. And I know as faculty in the School of Social Work, we'll continue to do well to support our students and also our alumni to advance the course of the school and then to also advance the course of the profession. So I congratulate the school once again for reaching 100 years.
Hello, my name is Dr. Kenya Jones, and I'm an associate professor here within the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work. I'm offering a congratulations in the Centennial Celebration with 100 years of excellence. For me, as a three-time graduate of HBCUs, it gave me great honor and pride and privilege to be offered the opportunity to teach within the School of Social Work, where our goal is to advance the economic and social justice of those that are oppressed and vulnerable through the curriculum. Upon beginning here, I received professional development opportunities, which allowed me an opportunity to teach more within the classroom and take from those mentors that I had the information and share it within my students. And over the years, I was able to make a great contribution within the classes, teaching them about the autonomous social work model, about the history of the school being 100 years old and being the first HBCU of distinction with that honor. And I was also able to work within the students and having the students then come back as alums to then work with our other students, which gave me great pride and privilege to see the progression that each of them had and the pride that they had in sharing their knowledge with their classmates. And working with the students even more over the years, I was able to take their presentations and encourage them to utilize their presentations and to develop them into research projects. And they were able to not only contribute to CAU's Research Day, but also had the opportunity to present research on a national level at the National Association of Black Social Workers. Within the 1920 academic year, we pivoted from not only teaching face-to-face, but shifting from remote learning as well as to actual virtual learning beginning in the fall of 2020. And our students pivoted as well as our faculty. As I look to our graduation and I look forward to what I do further, I look at my research as being the gateway into the future and working with the students as well as with the advancement of ABSW, where they can combine their research and service for community. In the future, I see me working with our graduates and alums and hopefully having those alums still come into the classroom of 2022 and those beyond. Thank you so much for the opportunity to give light to the students, to be able to teach them, and to see where the next years take us within the School of Social Work, such a historic place that has offered great work.
Happy 100 years Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work. This is Yoo-Seung Kim, and I'm an associate professor of Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work in CAU. I'm happy to be here in celebrating this centennial anniversary of the school with you all. What a monumental achievement. I came to school in 2012 and I have been enjoying working together with great students and excellent colleagues for 9 years. While there were lots of pleasant memories since I came, one of the best memories that I have experienced is to see students grow as a professional despite all the challenges. It was a blessing that I can see their resilience and I learned a lot from them. In this current season, we find ourselves being challenged day after day, but I believe we will find a way or make a way as we have been showing for the past 100 years. May God bless you and Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work for the years to come.
My name is Corrine Warner, and I am an associate professor with the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work. I came to work at Clark Atlanta University in 2013. The key factor in my decision to come to CAU was the people. I am constantly impressed by the passion and creativity of our students. I have formed friendships with faculty, staff, and former students, and I hold these people dear. I have come to believe that the legacy of this school comes from the people who arrive here and then invest themselves not just in the work, but in the people around them. I feel blessed to be a part of the school, its history, and its legacy, and I feel lucky to have met such incredible people along the way. I want to offer congratulations to the school and to all of the administrators, faculty, staff, alumni, and students who have made the school the distinguished and celebrated institution that it is.
Hi, my name is Dr. Shonda Lawrence. I am the director for the PhD program and director for the Center for Children and Families. 100 years. Wow, when I think of 100 years, I think about all of the successes. I also think about all of the attributes that the faculty, staff, students, and administrators had to possess in order for those successes to happen. I think about builders, leaders, innovators, being formidable, being strategic, being resilient, just to name a few. All of that has helped to propel us and to sustain us in a position of being leaders in the field. I want to say that I am just so very proud and so very happy to be a part of such a legacy. Clark Atlanta University, Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work, congratulations on 100 years of excellence.
This is Dr. Onifade, a professor in the School of Social Work doctoral program. I just want to wish the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work a happy centennial.
Hello, my name is Darren E. Wright, and I am an associate professor here at the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work at Clark Atlanta University. I am also a proud alumnus of the class of 2013. I am both honored and privileged to have this opportunity to share this short congratulatory note, congratulating all of the alums and well-wishers 100th anniversary, our centennial year. We stand upon the shoulders of great men and women whose vision and sacrifice has made it possible for us to continue on in the School of Social Work, 100 years later, sharing that vision. We are reminded by Forrester B. Washington that the School of Social Work is more than just a school of social work, but it is also an institution for the promotion of social welfare. It is upon that vision and dream that we stand strong 100 years later. And again, I would like to say congratulations and thank you. And congratulations and well done, Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work.
I'm Professor Mary Curtis Ashaw. I am very proud to be affiliated with the Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work. I feel as if it is a special honor to be a part of that faculty. The school has an illustrious history going back to 1920. My vision is that we will continue to uphold the purpose of the school by making a difference in our local, national, and global community. Making a difference when our students come and then they graduate and go out and are about change in the community. Our students have always found a way or made one. This brings me to think about the next 100 years. And I'm certain that the Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work will continue to stand proud and bring change in the world for African American families and children and all peoples of the diaspora. My vision, the school continue to evolve and make a difference. Happy 100th anniversary, Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work.
This is Dr. Nathan Curry from the Department of Social Work wishing a happy 100th anniversary to the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work. Congrats.
Hello, and congratulations to Clark Atlanta University, Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work for demonstrating 100 years of excellence to the field of social work, to social work education, to champion social justice issues and social research for African Americans, and showing a commitment to the empowerment of diverse populations. I am Dr. Ivis Renee King, alumni of the PhD program class of 2017 and assistant professor in the BSW program. Thank you, Dean Jones, for your leadership to continue this rich legacy that produced many firsts, like the first school of social work for African Americans, like the first school of social work that focused on the Black experience, and like the first school of social work to develop and adopt the Afrocentric perspective. I would like to say a special thank you to Dr. Richard Lau for your commitment and dedication over the years to the PhD program and to the School of Social Work. Again, congratulations and happy centennial.
My name is Dr. Gary Owen, and I proudly serve as an assistant professor in the Clark Atlanta University Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work. I am also a 1994 MSW graduate and a 2007 graduate of the PhD program. And I pause to celebrate the 100th anniversary of this great institution. To think of the great scholars that once roamed its halls, or the pictorial legacies that covered the wall, it has served as a monument that has cultivated minds from generation to generation, casting the fruit of its labor throughout the nation. So much history, so many accomplishments, so many great minds have been produced by this great institution. And so I say, let us celebrate, let us reflect, and let's continue to find a way, and make history. Thank you.
My name is Dr. William Thomas, and I am a lecturer at the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work. I am a social worker. I feel particularly happy to be afforded this opportunity on this historic occasion to congratulate the school on its 100 years celebration of greatness. As we celebrate this momentous occasion, let us not forget those who toiled to establish the school and continue to work to keep it going stronger than ever. The fact that the school is functioning today is a testimony to the sometimes forgotten sacrifices of those that came before us and on whose shoulders we stand. On this occasion, let us pledge to continue the good work so that the school will continue to grow from strength to strength and celebrate in the future yet another 100 years. Congratulations for 100 years of greatness. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I am Cardia Richardson, the BSW Field Coordinator in the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work at Clark Atlanta University. I want to say happy 100th anniversary to our School of Social Work. I hope that our school and the graduates continue to be trailblazers in our community. Congratulations, and I wish us 100 more years.
Greetings. I am Dr. Vicki Hale, an adjunct professor in the Field Education Office. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Dean Jones and the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work on your 100th anniversary. May the school continue to grow and produce leaders that will impact our world for years to come. Again, congratulations.
My name is Dr. Kimberly Ann Woods, and I am a proud member of the adjunct faculty in the Office of Field Education. Matriculating through the doctoral program and commencing with the class of 2018 was a huge honor. The Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work is a distinguished school with a rich history of great leaders and advocates who paved the way for Black social workers to earn an education and strengthen their communities. This school of distinction is grounded in the Afrocentric perspective and teaches all students to find a way or make one. Congratulations to the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work on your 100th anniversary.
Greetings. I'm Dr. Cheryl Davenport Dozier, and I am a proud alum of this great School of Social Work. Currently, I am an adjunct professor in the PhD program. During 1978 to 1980, I came here to attend this School of Social Work. I was in the policy, planning, and administration track, and it has pivoted me to so many positions of administration and leadership. This African-centered social work curriculum was just what I needed for such a time as then, but it is just what this school needs to continue to do in such a time like this. So today I say congratulations as we celebrate this centennial 100th years of providing social work education, African-centered social work education, preparing young professionals to be able to provide diverse human service and social work practice at the clinical and administrative levels across this globe, across this nation. This was the best choice for me, and I know it is the best choice for many of our students. So I say to you, Dean Jenny Jones, to all of the faculty and the staff, all of those who have been a part of this great school of social work, that we together was able to prove that you can find a way or make one. And many times we had to make that way. So in the words of our school's namesake, Whitney M. Young Jr., I am not anxious to be the loudest voice or the most popular, but I would like to think that at a crucial moment, I was an effective voice of the voiceless, an effective hope of the hopeless. And I say today that this School of Social Work has been an effective voice and will continue to be that effective voice for many, many, many years to come, and hopefully a second centennial. Congratulations, and I look forward to being a part of all of the celebrations.
Greetings. My name is Joanne Bassett. I'm the Senior Staff Assistant for the Master of Social Work program. Wow, 100 years. Congratulations, Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work. I am so honored and proud to work for the school and celebrate in its 100th year anniversary. What an awesome accomplishment.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Kinchin. I am the Senior Staff Assistant for the BSW program as well as the PhD program here in the School of Social Work at Clark Atlanta University. I'm so excited and honored to be a part of the Centennial Celebration. This is definitely a celebration, definitely a milestone. Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work was the first accredited school of social work in the nation at a historically Black university. And this is something that's definitely worth celebrating. And I'm so glad to be able to join my colleagues and those of you all over the country to celebrate this historical moment.
Greetings. I'm Maria E. Lofton, the Administrative Assistant to the Dean's Office at the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work at Clark Atlanta University. I am honored for the opportunity to support such a great staff and faculty and school in general, and I give thanks that I am here at this moment to celebrate the centennial of the school. Happy anniversary.
Greetings. I'm Dr. Cheryl Davenport Dozier, and I am so proud to be with you for this momentous occasion, the celebration of the Whitney M. Young School of Social Work Centennial Anniversary. 100 years. Wow, we have come this far by faith. We are so proud of all of our directors and deans, faculty, staff, and alumni that contributed to the success of this great school that I am proud to be an alum. When we think about the work of our early deans and directors, our faculty, and those graduates who have gone on to become deans and directors of social work programs all around the country, to be leaders, elected officials, mayors, and just to hold positions of authority that made a difference in decisions that were being made for African people here in this country and globally. So when I think about thought leaders and I think of the times that they served under, systemic racism and social injustices were prevalent, just as they are now. They were involved in standing up, speaking up, leading institutions, leading civil rights movement, leading in the courtrooms and leading in scholarship so that we would have something to go back to and look at. When I think about E. Franklin Frazier, our second director, and his early paper in 1927 on the pathology of race and the criticism that he got by looking at the analogy of racism to insanity. When I think about the decisions and the times that our third director, Forrester B. Washington, stood up at annual conferences of social work and spoke out against some of the analogies that were being made and how social work profession was not respecting African Americans. At that time, we also had our first dean, Whitney M. Young, who was already involved in the social justice movement with the NAACP and the National Urban League, and that he was able to make a difference in so many of the opportunities that he was able to gain for our students. We are so proud of the history of our thought leaders. We're proud of our new deans. Our first woman dean, Genevieve Hill, was the dean when I arrived at this great school. We are proud of the work that has been done, but we must not stop now. We must continue to rise up, speak up, stand up, and lead, make a difference, contribute to scholarly works, speak out on all of the injustices. We must vote. We must be those elected officials. We must be the change agents. We must be in the boardrooms. We must use our African-centered perspective as we've done in the past. Be advocates, be change agents, be involved in the National Association of Black Social Workers and other very forward-thinking organizations that we have done in the past. So in closing, I say it is a great day at Whitney M. Young School of Social Work, and I am so glad to be a part of us making a difference in the lives of the vulnerable populations and people that we serve. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Lakeithia Glover. I am a third-year PhD student in the Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work. At present, I am working with Dean Jones as we explore how the COVID-19 pandemic has particularly affected the African American community. As it stands, African Americans are 3 times more likely to be affected with COVID-19 than their white counterparts. Along with looking at this area of diagnosis, we're also looking at how the pandemic has influenced additional areas within the African American community. At present, we are exploring mental health. What we have found is from African American communities, not only have they had an exacerbation of mental health needs, but that has actually presented itself through increased occurrences of domestic violence, physical abuse, and sexual abuse, just to name a few. So as we further explore and research and analyze, we are currently putting together a list of resources and supports that are particularly geared toward the African American community to address these increased needs, and more importantly, help to support this community as these resources work within the constraints that the pandemic has created.
Interestingly, the Whitney M. Young Junior School of Social Work and the National Association of Black Social Workers are kindred spirits because we both have similar beginnings. 100 years ago, a group of social workers protesting segregation at the National Conference of Social Work in Atlanta, Georgia. Later that year, the Atlanta School of Social Work was founded. The NABSW congratulates the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work for visionary and forceful leadership throughout these 100 years in Afrocentric social work education from its beginning through today, and the development of African-centered social workers and academicians. The National Association of Black Social Work thanks you and congratulates you on 100 years of promoting Afrocentric social work education that underscores social justice, empowerment, fair treatment, access to culturally relevant services, and the identification and eradication of disparities at every level and every field of social services.
I'm Darla Spence-Coffey, and I'm the President and CEO of the Council on Social Work Education, and it is my distinguished honor and privilege to be able to congratulate the current and former faculty, the students and alumni of the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work at Clark Atlanta University on its 100th anniversary of the program. This is a remarkable milestone for a remarkable program. It was the first accredited program at an historical Black college and university, or HBCU. And for 100 years, the school has produced generations of social workers who are committed to fighting for a better, more just, and equitable world. And boy, right now, our communities really need those kinds of social workers. So thank you for all that you're contributing to our society. Whitney Young famously said that every man is our brother and every man's burden is our own. Now today, I'm going to forgive him for his gendered language, but isn't that the most perfect, eloquent statement of the mission of social work? That every person's burden is our own. And that's exactly what social workers take to heart. On behalf of the entire Council on Social Work Education, once again, congratulations to the school on its 100 years of excellence, and know that for another 100 years, social workers who graduate from this program will be dedicated to the highest ideals of our profession. Thank you and congratulations.
Hello, I am Martell Teasley,
President of the National Association of Deans and Directors of Social Work, and Dean and Professor of the College of Social Work at the University of Utah. Congratulations on the 100-year anniversary of the Whitney M. Young School of Social Work at Clark Atlanta University. As one of the oldest and the first HBCU to be accredited by the Council on Social Work Education, you all have much to be proud of as you continue to strengthen and help Black communities thrive. While the Whitney M. Young School of Social Work does so much more, its monumental contribution in terms of service and strengthening Black communities is something that we all should recognize, respect, and celebrate. Although much has changed in the social work profession, your commitment to African American well-being has not. And I want to personally thank you for that. In closing, I want to wish Dean Jenny Jones, the faculty, students, and staff of Clark Atlanta University all the best as you celebrate this important milestone and as you move forward in the 21st century and create a roadmap for the next 100 years of the Whitney M. Young School of Social Work. Again, congratulations. All the best in what comes next. Take care and enjoy your celebration.
Hello, I am Angelo McLean, Chief Executive Officer of the National Association of Social Workers. On behalf of the association, I congratulate the Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work at Clark University on your 100th anniversary. NASW has a special connection to Clark Atlanta University. Whitney Young was president of NASW beginning in 1969. He led us at a time of great social upheaval in our nation. We commend you on your steadfastness in educating generations of social work practitioners, educators, researchers, and leaders from an Afrocentric perspective. The perspective and skills taught at Clark University are especially needed as our nation grapples with racism and the coronavirus pandemic. With outstanding graduates such as Clark University alumni in the field, NASW is confident that our decades-long struggle for justice will end in victory. Congratulations on a century of excellence.
Happy Centennial and congratulations to the Whitney M. Young School of Social Work at Clark Atlanta University. I am Dr. Catherine Gale, and I bring you celebratory congratulations from the Baccalaureate Program Directors Association, most known as BPD. The membership of BPD is comprised of program directors, instructors of social work, field directors, students, and anyone who's interested in undergraduate education. We want to thank you for providing professional, competent social workers in the workforce. As a proud graduate of the Whitney M. Young School of Social Work, I am very pleased to say thank you for your service to mankind everywhere, and may you continue 100 more years.